This is John Paul Rye, some people call me. Today we'll be talking about another petition. This one is to stop Benioff and Weiss from getting involved in Star Wars because they're supposed to be writing and directing the upcoming Star Wars trilogy about the Knights of the Old Republic or something like that. So I'm going to get into this petition. I just got to say, I guess petitions are the way of the future now. There's probably going to be a lot more. I'm not sure what they actually do, but they're a nice thing to have people voice their opinions. I'm not against them, sign it if you like, but I'm just wondering how much of a change they could actually make even when they get really big. Alright, let's jump into this article. So here we are, and it's from the New York Post. Game of Thrones critics petition Benioff and Weiss not to ruin Star Wars. And I got some birds outside. Maybe you guys could hear it. I don't know. I'm just going to let the video roll, have some nuance maybe. Alright, so let's get into this thing. Thousands of critics of Game of Thrones just ended final season have signed petitions to keep its two showrunners from making the next Star Wars film as planned. And not Star Wars film, Star Wars films. There's supposed to be 3 of them. So if you did mess up just one isolated film, I guess that wouldn't be so bad. But if it's a trilogy, then it's supposed to have some kind of point A, B, C and come to some kind of conclusion. And if they're not so good at having conclusions come out nice or come out right, then yeah, might not be the best idea to have these guys touch Star Wars. Putting the Game of Thrones writers David Benioff and D.B. Weiss in charge of Star Wars is not only a controversial decision, but a mistake, plain and simple, reads one petition on Change.org, which has been signed by nearly 12,000 people by Saturday night. I almost messed that up. You guys get the point. Putting the Game of Thrones writers David Benioff and D.B. Weiss in charge of Star Wars is not only a controversial decision, but a mistake, plain and simple, reads one petition on Change.org, which had been signed by nearly 12,000 people by Saturday night. Last time I checked, because this is like a 5th time I'm making this video, it's on 14,000, if not more. So let's take a quick look. Now it's on 14.9K, which is almost 15,000, almost their goal. I checked about an hour and a half ago, because I keep making mistakes here, but this one's going to be right. Okay, point is, it's going up. You could see it go up. 944. 945, it's just going to keep going. Is it going to hit the millions? I don't know. Hard to say. Even if it does hit the millions, will it do something? I'm not sure. But it is nice to have, I suppose. Why not have the option? It goes on to say here that this was made before the season finale of the show, so I could only assume that these people already moved up a few signatures, by the way. So these people who are displeased with the season before the finale are now even more displeased because the finale wasn't received so well. So also, the other point I want to make is this is proof that Star Wars fans and Game of Thrones fans are crossovers. And I'm going to bet there's a lot of crossovers, probably at least half if not more, and a lot of shill media and articles like to make the separation with Star Wars going in certain directions and it's wrong, and things that happen with Game of Thrones. The fact is, they're all connected. Marvel fans are also Star Wars, Game of Thrones, maybe a little more, a little less, give or take, but the point is, it's all connected. The person goes on to say here, I've seen a petition called Remake Game of Thrones Season 8 with competent writers going viral on the internet, but you should know that's not a possibility. And yeah, it's probably not. There are plenty of talented writers and producers loyal to the franchise that would make much better work in the Star Wars universe. They're not going to hire good writers anyway. If they get rid of Benioff and Weiss, they're going to hire some other hacks or minions for Kathleen Kennedy, but I see what he's saying. And I say the same thing about Brie Larson, is that I know people have a problem with me criticizing Brie Larson, but the fact is there's thousands and thousands of actresses out there who aren't going to get their political crap involved, so it's better them than her. And in the same way, it's better someone else work on Star Wars than these two guys. Get one of the good guys from the beginning. Get George Lucas to pitch in something. Get Ron Howard. Get one of the good producers who's proven already they're probably not going to fail, and have them do this. So, not sure exactly what more I could say on this, but it is interesting to keep in mind when you compare to Star Wars and Rian Johnson. He must have historically got some of the most backlash ever on Star Wars, and his position hasn't changed much. Not that we know of, not on the surface. So, I'm going to have to say that probably these won't do anything, and probably their position won't be changed. It seems like they're just set on doing what they want to do and not really caring what the fans think. Which also brings us to one closing point about Sonic the Hedgehog movie, which I had no interest in, but when I heard that they were actually going to remake the movie because of fan backlash, I'm a fan now, and I'll give that movie a chance, and I'd like to pay in some way to see it or whatever. So just, it's about the attitude of the people behind the scenes. In this case, we actually don't know Benioff and Weiss' attitude yet, but they're silent, so I'll wait till they open their mouths until I fully judge. You guys let me know what you think of this down in the comments. I'm doing shout-outs, special thanks. I actually told someone I'd give him a shout-out. Here it is. Shout-out goes to General Grievous Hero TCW. He actually requested one. That's cool, dude. He's been around here, giving me some support, stuff like that. Check him out. So yeah, that's it. I'm doing shout-outs, special thanks. I got a Twitter account, Patreon. Drop me an email. I've gotten a few already. Some cool people in contact with me. And I will see you next time.
I plan on doing some fishing this summer. I plan on doing golfing this summer. I plan on doing some fishing this summer. I plan on doing golfing this summer. I plan on doing some fishing this summer. I plan on doing golfing this summer. Entertainment Hacker has been on me since the day I said that.